Opening The Predator Unleashed, the Korath were not just another predatory species. They were the nightmare whispered across the star lanes, scaled monstrosities with jaws that could crack exosteel, eyes that burned like molten suns, and fleets that prowled the void with the casual cruelty of apex hunters. When they descended upon the human colony of Adelphi, there was no warning. The skies tore open with their drop craft. They laughed as they shattered orbital defenses in minutes. They mocked as civilians screamed beneath their talons. On the Korath flagship, their Alpha commander raised a goblet filled with human blood and proclaimed to the galaxy, "Behold the weakness of Earth. Their cubs squeal, their fleets scatter. They are prey, meat to be harvested." The galaxy watched and did not interfere. After all, who dared challenge the Korath? The predators were supreme, or so they believed. Tension. Mockery in the stars for weeks. The Korath broadcast their victories. They paraded captured humans in chains, making them fight in gladiatorial pits for alien amusement. They boasted on open frequencies, humanity hides, humanity kneels, humanity fears. Other species, long cowed by the predators, whispered in relief. At last, someone had broken Earth's pride. Diplomatic envoys speculated the humans would sue for peace, beg for mercy, or retreat into isolation. The Korath feasted, reveling in slaughter. And when their fleets returned to Adelphi to cull the survivors, they laughed again. But on that day, the laughter did not last. Turning point. The silence breaks. The humans had been silent. Too silent. No retaliation. No angry broadcasts. No cries for vengeance. The predators mistook it for fear. Then came the silence-shattering signal. A single transmission carried across every frequency in every language of the galaxy. Predators, you mistook our patience for weakness. You confused restraint with fear. You have taken our children. You have spilled our blood. Now, you will learn. And then, silence again. A silence more terrifying than any roar. Across the void, human fleets stirred. Massive dreadnoughts slid from hidden docks. Carriers lit their hangars. Engines that had slumbered for decades came alive with the fury of awakening gods. The galaxy watched, and for the first time in millennia, the Korath Alpha looked uncertain. Climax. The timeout of Titans. The retaliation did not begin with annihilation. It began with precision. With a cold, surgical message. Human fleets did not obliterate the Korath homeworld. They did not scorch entire systems. They did something worse. They cornered the predators. The first fleet encircled Korath strongholds, shutting down jump points with interdiction fields. The second fleet severed supply lines, dropping artificial singularities into trade hubs. The third fleet, comprised of nothing but stealth frigates, erased every outpost in a single night. Then came the voice of a single human commander, calm and merciless. Alpha predators, you are children with knives. Sit down. And with that, Earth did the unthinkable. They froze the Korath. Planetary grids were hacked and shut down. Their fleets, immobilized by gravity clamps, drifted helpless in orbit. Entire armadas went dark, every weapon silenced, every claw dulled. For the first time in their existence, the apex predators of the galaxy found themselves in a cage. Not destroyed, not devoured, simply placed in timeout, stripped of their power, humiliated before the stars. The galaxy trembled. If humanity could chain the Korath without breaking them, what else were they capable of? Retribution, the answer louder than the attack. The Korath begged for battle. They roared, snarled, and clawed against their restraints. But humanity denied them even the dignity of a fight. Orbital strikes carved warnings into their planets. Massive scorch marks that spelled words in languages older than the predators themselves. Drones patrolled their skies like silent wardens. When the Korath tried to resist, a single human dreadnought descended. Its silhouette blotted out their sun. No shots were fired. No missiles launched. Instead, the humans opened their communication channel and unleashed the recordings. Every atrocity, every scream, every drop of blood spilled on Adelphi 4 played back in perfect clarity. The predators were forced to watch their crimes reflected upon them, helpless in their cages. And then, when the galaxy's eyes were fixed upon them, the humans spoke one last time. This is what happens when you harm Earth. You do not die. You do not win. You are broken. You are silenced. You are made less than prey. You are punished. The predators, once so proud, whimpered in chains. Resolution, silence, and fear. Eternal. The galaxy fell quiet. No species celebrated. None mocked. None dared breathe too loudly. The Korith, apex predators of the stars, had been caged like children. Their fleets remained in orbit, frozen monuments to arrogance. Their homeworlds stood under permanent human surveillance, guarded, humiliated, forever reminded of their failure. The survivors of Adelphi 4 returned to their world, rebuilt under the watch of human fleets. And though the people mourned their dead, their voices carried a chilling pride. On distant outposts, whispers began to spread. Never provoke Earth again. The galaxy had thought humanity soft, civilized, restrained. They had mistaken silence for submission. Now they understood the truth. Human patience is vast, but human vengeance is infinite. Final word. The predator tamed. The Korith would never recover their legend. They would forever be known as the beasts humanity leashed, the predators who were put in time out like unruly children. And in that silence, the galaxy knew terror unlike anything before. For if Earth could cage the strongest, what hope did the rest of them have? Should they ever cross the line? The stars themselves seemed to whisper the warning, do not awaken humanity's wrath. For the day you do, you will beg for extinction instead of what comes after.